Hi, welcome to my tutorial on hexatonic scale patterns. I'll be doing some fingering permutations, and then I'll be mostly focusing on the key of G, 251. I'll be using the iReal Pro app and showing you some different concepts. There'll be a PDF that you can download from my Dropbox that you can use as a reference. So I think what I'll do for today is I'll start off on page 3, okay, with this. So the basic concept here is that if you take any 3 notes, okay, there's 6 different combinations of those notes. So for example, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, C, B, B, A, C, B, C, A, C, A, B, C, B, A. So that's like the basic theoretical concept. So if you looked at the next, the first measure there, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. Okay, that's 6 notes. That's part of a. You can think of that as a 3-note per string scale. But right now I'm just focusing in on the bottom on the middle 2 strings, and there's a lot of reasons why I do that. So then if you looked at these notes here, D, E, F sharp, there would be 6 different permutations there also. D, E, F sharp, D, F sharp, E, E, D, F sharp, E, F sharp, D, F sharp, D, E, and then F sharp, E, D. So what I decided to do here, because if you really look at it mathematically, there would be 720 different permutations that you can do off of A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. So what I decided to do is just to take each of these 6 fingerings, play them forwards and backwards, and then just group them by these measures. So I'll just go through, just very briefly, through each of the measures. So I'll just play. So first measure. Okay, second measure. Third measure. Okay, second line, fourth measure. Fifth measure. And then last measure. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is a couple different strategies for today. So the one will be to add some chords to this. So I'm thinking of these as kind of groupings of 3 notes. They're not necessarily going to be played as written. I'm going to be changing them and permutating them. So how about the next thing I'll do is actually, let's do this. So one of the reasons I like to play on these 2-string groupings is once I know a pattern here, I can move it to the top 2 strings. So if I took, let's say I took that first pattern, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in some chords. So if I'm thinking 2, A minor 7th, D7 to G major 7. So it's just going to be 2-5-1, and I'll put the backing track on a little bit. So if I took that first pattern, A, B, A minor 7th chord, just typical, and then D, A, C, F sharp, okay. D, G, B, F sharp, major 7th, and then now there is going to be a tricky, a bit of a problem. So I'll give you a couple different solutions there. So what I'm going to be pointing out is anytime I land the patterns land on a C note to end the measure on a G major 7th chord, I'm going to suggest leaving that note out. So for example, for the last 2 beats, D, E, F sharp, and then here I'm just going to leave off that C note. Okay, so I'll do the whole thing again. So A, B, C, D major 7, D7 chord, G major 7. All right, so then you can do some kind of chord melody things with that. All right, so let's go on to the next one. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly go through these. So I'm just going to pick out sort of a stock chord, some kind of 2-5-1, and add these on to these 3-note groupings. Okay, so next one, okay, that's going to be minor 9, A, C, G, B. So now there I'm landing on the 9 of the D7th chord, so I can do C, F sharp A, E, or I can do C, F sharp B, E, whatever you like. Okay, then the next one, so I'm just going to do like either an E minor 7, G6, or I can throw in that G note there. Okay, and then, so there I can either play, I'm very fond of these pentatonic chords, A, D, G, B, or I can go to G, D, F sharp B. Okay, I'll do that measure again. A minor 9, D9, G6, major 7. Okay, next measure. Let's see. The D7. There's your G major 7th. See how it is? That wants to resolve. So I'll do the same thing there. I'll just cut, take away that C note at the end there. So the last 2 beats there, G major 7, and then there land on the 9. I'll just do a standard G, B, F sharp A. Okay, so that 3rd measure. G major 7. All right, and then if you think through these and work through these, you'll see you can kind of change the fingerings around a little bit. Okay, next line, B, C, A. So here I'm just going to go to just standard A minor 7th chord. My bad. I'll just do like D7, standard D7th, standard G major 7, and there's that major 9 again. Okay, I did that 4th measure again. Tries his homework, trained professional. I'll do that one more time. Just give it a little bit of a swing feel. Okay, next measure. Sorry. Okay, there's that 9 again. There's that G6th. And then major 7. A minor 9, like D9 with a 13. And, okay, then the last one of these. So just to give you a little heads up, I'm probably not going to be doing all 4 pages here because I wanted to get into a little bit more depth and kind of explore this a little bit because like a lot of my videos, I like to present just kind of a basic raw theoretical idea and then work with it a little bit. And I think that's what you want to do as a musician. You want to take the modeling clay and then, do different things to it to make it into a sculpture. Okay, so this is the 6th measure. Okay, this time I'm going to go to the C, E, A there for the A minor. Standard D7, C, F sharp, A, D. Standard G major 7 bar chord. And then back to that same chord again. Okay, so that was that one. So let me think what I want to do next here. Okay, let me go back to here. And I'm going to put this backing track on. This is just iReal Pro. So I'm at about 110. A minor 7th, D 7th, G major 7th, just a 4-bar vamp. And I'm just going to play through these. So keep in mind that on the first measure and the third measure, I'm going to leave out that C note. So maybe I'll do each example like 2 times just to show you how you can use these. So it just so happens that as I'm thinking about this, those notes, the notes I'm landing on happen to be good chord tones. So for example, A minor 7, that's your third. D7, that's your third. That's your major 7, and that's your third. And then maybe what I'll do here, maybe I'll throw in some B minor pentatonic there. That's a good thing to play. All right, so I'll say first measure, second measure, third measure as I'm going through here. Okay, here it comes. That's A minor, D7, G major 7. Okay, first measure. Second measure. Third measure. Fourth measure. Add some chords in. Next measure. Still fifth measure. Up the octave. Add some chords. Last measure there. Back to here. Okay, up an octave. Chords. Okay, so that's just a couple examples there. So I think what I'll do next, just to get a little bit more depth, I like playing a lot with octaves. So we have, and I'm just going to stop there. And I think what I'll also do is I'm also going to increase the tempo, and I'm going to take this first pattern. I'm going to take it through 12 keys, okay, just like it says in the beginning of the V. So this will be about one. I thought maybe 160 would be good. All right. So what you're going to do here. So I think probably an easy way to think about this is the 2. So if I'm doing say D minor 7, G7, C. Okay, that's going to be for, D, G, C. I'll do one more of those. So I'm going to be on G minor 7th, C 7th, F major 7th. I'll start the pattern here. Okay, and I'll go through that maybe 2 times through the whole progression. So you can play along with this or just listen and watch. So think about, so this is going to be all 12 keys. So if you want to play any kind of jazz, swing jazz, chord melody or whatever, you do need to know a bunch of keys. You don't have to do all 12 keys, although today I'll do all 12 keys. And just try to get this under your fingers as much as possible. So first pattern, oh my gosh. And then just starting it. And I'll try to say the key that I'm going to right before I go to it. Or I might, we'll just see how this goes. Okay, so starting here, 2 times through the whole thing, 12 keys, starting from the D minor, using that first pattern on page 3. Here it goes. F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, I'll do one more here. Okay, I think that's all I'll do with that. So you get the idea of that. So you can take these in different keys and go through them. Okay, so I think what I'll do next is I'll go back to this little slower tempo here on the track. All right, so I'm going to go to the next example: B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, so once again, I'm just doing 6 different permutations. So I have those notated there at the top of that section: B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and so on. So I'll play through each measure slowly. So first measure. Okay, next permutation. Okay, that's the permutation. Now, if I'm playing it over a 2-5 and I'm landing on that G major 7th, that's probably not a good one to land. So I'll land on the D note instead. Okay, third measure. Okay, fourth measure. Okay, next one. Fifth measure. once again, there I'll have to I'll leave out the C note, and then the last one. Okay, so how about the next thing I'll do? I'll go ahead and add the chords in. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and move it up the octave. So B, C, D. Okay, so B, C, D. So A minor 7th would be A minor 7 sus. Okay, D7 sus. Okay, now here I'm landing on the root of the major 7th chord. So I think a good voicing is these pentatonic voices: E, A, D, G, and then B, C, D, and then I'll do the inner pentatonic: B, E, A, D. I'll do it again. So B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, D7 sus, E6, G6 9, and then G6 9. So no root. So if you're playing with the bass player, you would get that sound. All right, next one. So here's just a standard A minor 7 chord. This is the second measure. There's that D7 chord. G major 7 standard voicing. See, that doesn't really work there. That needs to resolve. So and I'll just play a standard G. Okay, again on that one. Yeah, so what I could do there, and then I could play just the standard G, F sharp, B, D. I could just play it up here. It's just a little bit of a tight grip there. Okay, third measure, C, B, D. There's those susses again. G's, C, B, D. So it ends up kind of the same solution there. Because you're just a third measure. Okay. Fourth measure. There's that A minor 9 again. There's the D9 or D with the 13. G6. And then major 7. I'll do that one against the fourth measure. This would be fifth measure. There's that A minor 7, D7, G major 7. See, the permutation lands on C. I'm going to land on the B. Fifth measure again. And then the last one, DCA, DCB, A minor 9, D9, G6. Okay, so that's adding the chords. Okay, so I think what I'll do here is maybe I'll just go ahead and play through just on the A. I'll just loop it on the A, D, the A minor, D7, G, and I'll go ahead and play this permutation, taking this, moving it up the octave. Okay, so this is something I talk a lot about in my videos, and while I kind of stress these two-string patterns, is all of a sudden you have a lot of good information that you can move around. So take this. What I just did here with the permutations, moved up the octave, and I'll go ahead and throw in some chords along with the backing track, and I'll just go first measure, second measure, third measure as the next thing. This is about metronome about 110. That should give me enough time to put a chord in here. Here we go. Second measure. Third measure. Fourth measure. Fifth measure. Last measure. Okay, so you notice I kind of misfingered one of the chords. I think I did like, yeah, I think I threw that in that. So that's kind of nice. When I was preparing for this video, I was doing some diminished things and everything, and sometimes it sounded okay, sometimes it didn't. So that's what Mick Goodrick talks about. Follow your mistakes. That may be some of your most creative stuff. So I'm playing very diatonic now, but in that one example, that sounded kind of cool. Oh yeah, see, that's very nice. Okay, so that's if I work with this a little bit more, that. Instead of 13, the sharp 5 actually sounded really good. So yeah, just pay attention for mistakes like that. They're very, very useful. Okay, so I think what I'll do next, this video is getting kind of long. I think I'll just do this as part 1, and then I'll do the other pages at another time. So I'm going to go ahead and go to 12 keys now. This would be 160. Okay, I'm going to take the very last permutation. So the D, C, B, and then G, F sharp, E, and I'm just going to move that around. So I'm just going to talk briefly about this, why I like these patterns here, because they're part of the 3-note per string scales. And then they're also part of some of the cage position. So that's why I think it's a good idea to really kind of dive in to some of these different patterns. So now here, what's going to happen? Okay, so then I'm in the key of G. So as I go through all the different keys, so if I'm in the key of C, I need to play the pattern here. So so I need to kind of target for that note there. So key of F. Okay, so I'll play that at least one time, just, to end. I guess I'll go a little bit longer here, but not too much longer. So taking this sixth measure of that section, playing a little bit faster and playing through all 12 keys. And I think what I'll do for today, maybe I'll just end with this. And maybe I'll play once or twice through just to end the video. So thank you for listening and watching. And my intention is to just, if you're at a beginner, intermediate level, perhaps I'm showing you something that maybe you didn't think about, or you can take a couple ideas from here and apply it to your own improvisations, chord melodies, or whatever. So I need to start right here. Okay, here it comes. Okay. F. B flat. flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G,